Good afternoon. This is Mystique, CEO of Xydavia. Right now, you're currently looking at my home screen, and so I just wanted to give you a brief overview of what Xydavia looks like and what it's about. So right now, I'm going to click on the app. Of course, I save it to my home screen, and this is what the initial page looks like. And across the top is our banner. You'll see our logo and our values in there. We stand for equality, inclusiveness, diversity, justice, Black Lives Matter. We believe in LGBTQIA plus everything, health awareness, etc. So right now it's the first screen that you'll see, and I'm going to click on mental health so that you can see the features beyond that. So right now you're seeing the multiple features in Xydavia's mental health section. So these are the resources that I've looked up or participated in, used. All of them are very valuable and important, and I know that on your Android it may not be as easy to see as it would on a website, but the point of this is to show people that they're important and they're necessary. And if they're struggling with talking to a loved one or even feeling suboptimal, then they can come to this spot. If they're feeling suicidal, if they feel like they're in crisis, if for some reason they need a therapist of color, there's a directory right up at the top. And there's a support community called BEAM, which is really cool, Black Emotional and Mental Health Collective. So you should check them out. And here are other resources for people in different transitions of life. I also have some housing resources, which is really cool, with the multiple housing vouchers that you can apply for if you are struggling or housing insecure. So the next feature is self-care. And I have created playlists on Xydavia's YouTube channel with centering music. And this music is from different parts of the world, different genres. They're very calming depending on what makes you comfortable, but I can guarantee you there's something in here at least for everyone. So there's also a mind-body part, which is really important. Something that most people struggle with is having a connection between mind and body. We struggle with stress often, and unfortunately it does take a physical toll on our bodies. And so what you'll see here are multiple meditation guides. There's self-care affirmations. It's really important to get into some mantras. And the last one right here that I'm showing you, actually,
all right, hey
one
guys,
of the Laurens, I'm pausing that, but one of the Laurens is actually my nutritionist. And I highly recommend going to the Yogi Laurens. They're amazing. There's also a mental health part with some videos. So something that a lot of caregivers struggle with is compassion fatigue. So there are videos in there about that. Tackling mental health in sports and the stigma. And a short film about anxiety, as you can see. So now I'm going back. Now there's inspiration on here, and what it is inspirational quotes. So this is just one view from Lisa Oliveira. I'm just scrolling to the side. And there's so much more. We also have mental health flashcards. A lot of people don't understand the terms that you're about to see. Insomnia, and what you would do is scroll up for definitions, symptoms. I also make sure I put in there where I get the information from. It's not all from me, although I am a nurse. Everything is not just from my head. Actually, let me go back to flashcards and show you the other ones. Mania. You'll see some information about mania. Stigma. Xydavia is very big on trying to break the stigma that we deal with and the pressures that come with it. Worthy reads are articles that might help you in your time of need. Sometimes you need a different perspective, or sometimes you just need to know that what you're feeling is normal. The to-do list I created for everyone to do daily. It's not an easy routine to get into, especially if you struggle with self-love. But as you can see on the list is forgive yourself for the past. My two favorite ones are send in the future text. Send a future text to yourself just to say that you love yourself. Remind yourself that you're beautiful, or remind yourself that you're amazing. And same with a friend. It's really hard sometimes to stay connected, even though social media has various ways to do so. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, it's very hard to reach out. But if you send a future text, you may not realize it, but it helps so much because it gets a conversation going that maybe you weren't originally ready for, but might still need. And it helps people remember that they are a part of your life. So I just clicked on the smiles. This right here is our beautiful model, Takeda. She has one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever seen. And so she is very important. You'll see a lot of her pictures here. So I'm going to scroll up. That's her again. But this is sometimes just seeing other people smiling makes you happy. Seeing them in a different situation. For example, a celebratory graduation pic or someone laughing. Sometimes it just brings you joy. Okay. So now we're going to go back. And I'm going to go back again. And what you'll see now is our launch party. Launching September 26th. It's a Saturday, 2020. We're going to have a launch party to celebrate Xydavia, our models, our values, and we're going to have some vendors there as well. These are the invitations. And now there's a Get Social section. Z-Feed is a news feed. So similar to Facebook, you are able to create your own news feed and connect with the other users of Xydavia, the users I call agents of change, because everyone on Xydavia is now making a commitment to be the change that they want, to actively express and display empathy. And I'll show you my news feed. I post a lot, of course, because it's my app. So we're going to go back. As you can see, you can comment and you can like and you can share. Now, open discussion is a forum you can post anonymously if you need to, if you're struggling with any issues. You can post a question anonymously and you can also answer it anonymously. So I'm just scrolling up so you can see just a couple of things that were posted in there. And I'll show you one anonymous answer. And now I'm going to go back again. There's also a dating profile. I am not single. I do not get on this often. However, you can swipe on people's profiles and choose what you want. Now, I have a future goal of facilitating the process of finding love. But at the stage we're at right now, it's a dating profile. So, swag, the next feature that you'll see, I'm clicking on right now, is about Xydavia merchandise. That is my big head right there. So we do have duffel bags, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, backpacks, little canvas bags. Not a lot of merchandise, but just so you know, when you click on swag, it does redirect you to our store. Team Xydavia, that's just the people that play a role in Xydavia, and that's me. Kali, our community organizer, relations organizer, Okay. And I just clicked on our blog, which is new. I just made it public today. And as you can see, it'll say it opens outside of the app. Am I okay with it? I'm clicking open. So it does look different on the website, but this is the latest blog that I did. There's a description of the blog, and the blogs are very emotional, very raw, very triggering. Okay. And I'm going back. Black excellence. So as you may know, I am a Black woman, and I'd like to show some respect to others in my community that are also entrepreneurs who have started their own businesses or who are in general just talented. And right now is Cosmic Cat. She is an amazing artist, 12 years old. And she's removed some of her photos. I see this now, which is really good because I can now adjust it. But these are some of her drawings on there. And I'm going to go back. So the spotlight this week happens to be Montfleur du Vin wine. All of his links, he's an amazing entrepreneur as well. This is a quote from him. He's also in the business directory. So each week I add a spotlight of a Black-owned business, and each week they get added to the directory. Going back to more. Now sex ed. This is the reason that the app is actually not for children. Kink cards, queens and kings, and anything in between outside of. Clicking now. So this might confuse some people. There are some flashcards that correspond with different sexual arousals. So I'm going to scroll up so you can read what this term actually means. And it's arousal to tickling other people, which is why I chose the live, laugh, love. And I'm going to scroll to the side so you can see another flashcard. And as you might imagine, it's sexual arousal to feet. There are multiple flashcards worthy of knowing, understanding, because we're also a sex positive community as the Davia. And right now I'm going to click on random facts. And there's just random sex facts. Sexual health, STDs, that you may or may not have already known. A lot come from my textbooks, my experience. Now, the sex videos are not actual sex videos as one might think of, say, porn, but how to talk about having safer sex, how to talk about consent, and that's a really important boundary in our community. And I'm trying to increase knowledge, reduce pain. Here are some worthy articles to scroll through. I would suggest reading them all. And there's also quizzes, mental health, sexual health, inside the app. I will warn you, they are not easy. Going back now to Body Positive. Once again, you'll see our model, Takeda. You'll always see her at the top. Although I do update this weekly, Takeda is our model and her picture will always come first. And as we're scrolling down, we see other beautiful people. Some people there's a little bit of a stigma in our community about tattoos. Guess what? They're beautiful. There's a huge stigma with trans, LGBTQ. Guess what? They're beautiful, and that's why they're there. Amputees, beautiful. That's why they're there. Pregnant people, beautiful. And so on. hot chocolate. It's one of my favorite features. Right now you're seeing our male model, Unique, who's absolutely gorgeous. You can tell. Again, as he is our model, his picture will always come first. It is updated weekly, but again, you will see him first. So the point of hot chocolate was just for some eye candy and to just show how merely existing is still beautiful at any age, in any situation for guys. Going back now, there's some word games. They're also not very easy. For this one in particular, you tap the first letter of the word and then you tap the last letter of the word. Okay, I'm making it more optimal for the screen. Tap the first letter, tap the last letter, boom, you found your word. Okay, there's matching. Greek love, I'm into Greek mythology. This game is also not easy, but it's up here for if you're bored, if you want to gain some knowledge, if you just need something to do that's positive, healthy, and fairly safe. If you just need a mind break. Did you know? Random other facts. Okay, just random things that's interesting to know. Not necessary, but interesting in general. And offers we have coupons and a scratch and win. Coupons for merchandise, scratch and win. There's random prizes accompanied with that, from cash to merch to a mental health care package. Information is where you'll find everything about us. I will have to add our YouTube page and LinkedIn, so it's good to see this. And then this is where you can inquire. If you have any questions, concerns, if you just need to vent, you can absolutely just do that there. Okay, so we've just gone through the whole app. I hope that you get a chance to get to know it well, use it. I hope that you sign up. And I appreciate you listening. Thank you.